Hello. Hello from my new microphone. How do I sound?
Oh my gosh, listen to that clarity.
Yes. Yes. Tobe, how's it going? How's it
Yeah,
going this beautiful week of February 2025?
it's going okay. And Jill, with a mic like that, you could really go places. You don't have to enunciate from your diaphragm anymore. The world is your oyster. I feel the ad placement kicking into gear full force. Brought to you by Jiffy Lube, Flash of Beauty. I'm doing good.
I do need to talk to them. Yeah, I definitely there's room for everyone on this journey. So tell me, we'll just I see there's a couple people who've tuned in. Let me pull up. How do I see the chat? I just want to
Oh,
be in the
bottom
loop.
right with a
Okay,
blue.
Jackie,
Mm-hmm.
Kim, hello, hello. Andrew. Okay, you guys, we're just gonna chat for a little bit
Till the chat
until I'm
populates.
still warming up. I'm getting over a really bad cold,
I
and so
can't tell.
well,
It's because that mic.
I feel. Oh, it must be the mic. I feel very
Mm-hmm.
RFK. What's
Oh,
going on? I
easy.
feel very gravelly. Um,
Oh
but
my gosh.
this too will
Yeah.
pass. Hey, did you do anything
Too
exciting
soon.
for Groundhog's Day?
Oh, let me check the calendar. That was on the 2nd?
Yes, every
Yes.
day.
Um, I did so much exciting stuff. I went on an adventure, I think on the 2nd. Yeah, that would have been Sunday. The weather was perfect, so we went on a little adventure, me, myself, and a special guest of mine in a little town of Port Townsend, Washington. We talked a little bit about it off air and found some interesting stuff going on in Port Townsend. I'm always peeling back the layers out here. I don't feel like enough people know enough about their small little community. And so I've just been doing a lot of, digging,
I see.
figurative digging.
I see.
Hmm.
And are you snowed in at the moment? Are you
Yes, there is some Colombian booger sugar all over my front door. It is completely white. It just came out of nowhere. It's been happening for the last 3 days. I'm turning into Jack Torrance. And instead of like the crazy, I'm gonna just be like the Hawaiian crazy man here in a sec. I have to like celebrate the spring that's not here in summer because every freaking February it's snowpocalypse out here in the Olympic Peninsula. This little boy from the Willamette Valley is not used to these crazy seasons. You don't have them out there in Beavertown or wherever you are in Portland, do you?
Hillsboro?
Hillsboro.
There was a passing snow shower. We get some mostly rain, but it's just your basic Pacific Northwest, nothing fancy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Tobe, there's
Tell me
something to
about it.
be said about this, though. The way you're feeling about the weather, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to get into weather manipulation
Please
and
do.
uh, how much time do we have? But why don't we pull we get everyone together and pull like a CE5, like a Stephen Greer thing, where we're focusing on calling in better weather.
Are you
In
saying you want to lead an impromptu psionic session here to call in plasmoids? Because I'm all for it. I can cue up some Yanni and some singing bowls here. 1 second.
we'll
I
save
th-
that we'll save that for a special live stream. But,
right.
but maybe if enough people focus
Oh.
on the good, and yeah, we've
Oh,
tried.
but see now this is territory. Art never did this again. If anybody's a fan of the old Coast to Coast, he did it once and it worked. They did a mass consciousness caller in. He had a line dedicated to people that wanted to change the weather, like a drought. And I think they got torrential rain. It's like the genie in the bottle. You got to be careful what you wish for. But, if you want to do it, if you want the liability of doing that, Jill, if you want the responsibility.
Look, Tobe, I want the responsibility of all of our viewers to concentrate on me winning the lottery
There we go.
so we can finish A Flash of Beauty 3, Voices
Yeah.
in the Wilderness, and travel across North America interviewing people. If everyone could just really focus in on winning Powerball ticket for
Hmm.
me, that would be great.
We have noticed that I mean, as artists here, we have definitely noticed an uptick in sales in the last 2 weeks. So I feel like there is something, I don't people seem a little bit more free with loose change these days. It wasn't happening about 3 weeks ago. It's definitely kinda kicked into gear for us to the degree where we're, like, run into the post office, which is always a good thing to be doing when you're an artist here. And I picked up a paintbrush actually a couple days ago. I haven't painted in years, and I thought, well, maybe I'll branch out, grab some acrylics here, see what comes about. And I don't know. When you're snowed in, though, you start going a little bit stir crazy, and you better have a hobby. And I don't know. My feet, Jill, my feet are constantly cold now. So I'm just looking for ways to warm my tootsies. So I'm just building fires, hanging out here with a paintbrush, doing my thing, and it's good to have, like, another face to talk to. It's good to see all these people, see you.
Now, I want to talk about your most recent painting. And
Okay,
folks, we'll get into the trivia, believe me.
okay.
But I do want to say this. So when you made a post on Facebook, you said, "I've started painting my dreams and nightmares."
Yes.
And at first, before I'm just flipping through Facebook really quick, and I saw this painting, and I was like, "Oh, Toad posted something. It's some artist did something of a young Baron Trump alone
Right.
in the ocean." And then I went back. I was like, "Why is Toad? What's going on? Who is this?" And then Toad's like, "I did this," and I was like, "Oh," and I was like, but then I started.
It
I
is
think I
very
just wrote
barren.
"awesome" or something, but I was like, is like, is this art imitating life or life imitating art? Is this a representation of you? Is this seeing your son through your
Yes,
eyes
I
as an
think
artist?
so.
I was
I
like,
don't know. I mean, it's the subconscious. I don't really want Freud digging into my subconscious, but I'll do it. And a boy out to sea. I don't know what it means. It's obviously not related to the show at all, but I feel like eventually there could be some other things coming. And I've seen other people painting a lot lately, and they're picking up brushes. It's kind of like a thing, right? Like where people feel intimidated to put acrylic or oils on canvas, but I think you're supposed to. I mean, for me, I don't know. I've always been a creative nerd, and maybe not that great of one. I don't need
it's
to
a
be.
great name. I
I'm just.
figured it was someone else's, and I don't mean that like I don't mean that like you are a
She's
terrible artist. I
God
just figured I
dang
was
it!
like,
That's the
oh,
kind of stuff I gotta put up with off air
hello.
and on air.
um, But, what I really liked about it, right, I just have to say this. So I have 2 desks. The one upstairs where I do the live stream and do other kinda like the little spiritual corner of my life, but,
Yes, your other half, your
downstairs
other life.
downstairs, I have the corporate corner of my life where I have to do the work, and, I have a huge painting, a print hanging over my desk, and it's from the what's the artist's name? It's like Sawa or something, but, it's of 4 German shepherds in a rowboat out at sea in a storm,
Ooh, I like it already.
and there's this one dog that just his tongue's hanging out, and you can tell he's just along for a good time, you know? But it's like here is such a helpless and hopeless situation, but they're okay with it. I don't know. Yeah, I'll send you a photo. I'll get a photo posted, but,
Well,
I
that's my
have
challenge to everybody here in the audience. Do something artistic that you feel maybe intimidated by and just do it anyway. I find it actually working in the morning is whatever reason, I'm just like raring to go on one side of my brain. And I think you've been, privy to some of my randomness in the morning. But in the morning, I feel like, I don't know, does anybody else feel that way? Like that's when I get my best work done is when I first wake up, and that can go till, like, 10 o'clock,
yeah,
10:30, and
yeah.
then I don't know, I'm getting out the door later doing busy work, but I've been working on the computer more than I usually do.
That's good. Well, we'll stay tuned to see more art and see if any of our listeners start sharing their dream
Oh,
and
I like
nightmare
that, yeah,
inspired
share
work.
some of your art with
So
us online. We wanna see more, and just tag us at a flash of beauty. Whatever you're doing that seems to be, maybe related to the subject matter or whatever, We would like to see what art you have and witness descriptions, right? There's not enough of that.
Yes, yes.
If you have any kind of memory, be it subconscious or an inkling, like, I don't know, I got to draw this, I got to do that, I got to sculpt this. This means something. Do it, right? Like,
This
let's
means something.
yes, do something that means something, even if you don't know what it means, and then
Or
tag us.
I will draw it for you, and you will be very disappointed and probably traumatized
uh,
by the representation and interpretation.
if we can ever get Alex Whitcomb back on here to do witness drawings, that guy with Drifted Creations, I'd had a chance to work with him, and what a pleasure to watch that guy work with a witness back and forth. If you can find the right sketch artist that is also an experiencer, and they can do that, oh my gosh, what a difference that makes for the witness.
Well, maybe we can put a call out to him, see if he's up to it.
Okay, I
Get
like
a
it.
little thing going on. So what else is going on? So we didn't have a new video so far. We will have something dropping next week. Like I said, Brett's been pretty busy editing nonstop. Um, we do have some pretty awesome videos coming up from some travel we did at the end of the year.
Okay, I'm waiting on one in particular.
I
Hopefully
think
that
that's the
comes
one
out.
that's going to drop next.
Really? Oh,
Mhm.
okay. Mind blown here. Cool. I haven't seen it, guys, so I don't even know it exists. I think this next video might be a banger. And can we say banger on YouTube? And yeah, it's gonna be a good one. Damn, I still got that orb pixelating up here. It never happens when I run my GoPro in real life, but when I do it in here, always over. It's like Tinkerbell coming up on my left shoulder. Anyway, well, that's exciting, Jill. But we do have some fun stuff to talk about.
We do.
And you've been hard at work. I've been hard at work. Every couple of months, we like to entertain the kids here with the best of and the most of from something that we like to call dun 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 dun. Dun. Hold on. That's right, gang. It's that favorite beverage. You sit down to test your skills for a flash of beauty trivia. Not your mama's game. All right. Are you guys ready? Jill, are you ready?
I hope so. I hope so.
Okay. Tonight's game is brought to you by AI. Now, these are these are hard questions that we not only shared looking up, but mainly Jill looked up a lot of these here. But the one thing you can't do, and I don't know if we necessarily have a prize other than, we're always so prepared with our prizes here, but is there a prize we can offer them, Jill? Is there like a something something?
A little something something. Well, I've got some swag.
Okay.
I'll let Brett chime in. I mean, we've got some stuff. It's Brett's call what the prize is.
Okay. Let me turn down the bumper music here because
3-hour
it's.
phone call with me going over your Bigfoot experience and encounter. No.
I'm gonna. Should I leave this little soundtrack barely in the background? Can you hear it? Or should I turn it off?
Just turn it off.
Okay. Turning it off here. We're gonna get serious, I guess. Okay. Let me close this down here and close that.
Oh, hey, I just want to say really quick. Someone 1% per mile. If I'm reading that right, my eyes are going out. So someone's asking about the music for the show, and I get emails every week and messages, people asking who and what it is, and I keep saying, "Oh, I'll ask Brett," and I ask him, then we get sidetracked. Brett, if you can look that up and drop it in the chat, that would be awesome. I think they're. Oh, never mind.
I see it.
Got it.
Should I put it right here? Show. There it is. Shallow Waters. For people that want to check that out, they can find that on where? Just Google somewhere.
I don't that probably.
Okay. Nice. All right. Well, let's get started
Okay,
here.
let's do it.
I'm going to keep track as well as I can here with Brett. Brett, if I screw up on who's first, you guys know the rules. We ask the questions, you guess them. And if we like your answer, then you get a point. The first one to make a comment. Yeah, there you do too. The first one to make a point here on the chat, write down the answer and catch our attention all at once. Maybe put an exclamation point behind it. You know the rules, don't cheat. Big Brother's watching here. So without further ado, let's get started on our first question here, won't we, Jill?
Let's do it.
All right. Which U.S. president reportedly asked for info about Bigfoot sightings during his term? Was it Tricky Dick? I'm not a crook. Theodore Roosevelt, Teddy himself, Jimmy Carter, Mr. Peanut, or Ronald Reagan, Bonzo for baby? It looks like the answer was included in the question here.
This is a warm. This is a warm up. This is
This
just
is a warm up. Nice work, everybody.
A flavor.
Okay, now you got the idea of it. Now everyone, now that you have the idea of it.
So yes, that's a dress rehearsal. That's a dress rehearsal.
Dress rehearsal. They all knew the answer to that anyway. Teddy Roosevelt. Okay, you're all winners here. The first real question here. Let's go to it. True or false? Name the Yeti originates from a Tibetan term that translates to rock ape. True or false? Is the name Yeti, does it originate from the Tibetan term that translates to rock ape? True or false here? We'll wait for your answer. See, this is where we need to play the music. I got to put it back here for a second.
I'll sing the chorus from Shallow Waters.
No. Okay, you guys, while you look up the answer here, the dramatic music playing. Okay, what was the answer here? What did they say?
We've got some coming in.
True or false? You just have to pick one. It could be literally a T or an F here. Let me scroll down here. True or false? Okay, I got names here. The first one to say Yeti was false. No, Yeti comes from the Tibetan word yita, meaning small man-like animal. The rock ape term is often associated with other regional cryptids. So who wrote false first here, Brett? It looks like I'm going up in the chat. Doug Morrison. Okay, Doug, I'm going to put you down here, my man, for the first one. So are the other kids.
And I think, I believe rock ape is the term for, during the Vietnam War, the Sasquatch-like
yes,
people
I believe
who were
you.
throwing rocks at them. If you have any of those stories, we would love to hear them.
It was also
an uncle or a dad who has them.
Okay, next question here. Jill, you want to read it?
In my best RFK voice. What cryptid native to the Congo River Basin is often described as resembling a living dinosaur, specifically something Jill can't pronounce, and Apatosaurus?
All right.
So which cryptid native to the Congo River Basin is often described as resembling a living dinosaur, specifically in Apatosaurus. Apatosaurus.
The kind of saurus that needs a pato.
Apatosaurus.
Okay.
I don't know. Is this like one of those awkward, it's like on Jeopardy when everyone's kind of like, we don't know.
Okay, someone says they forgot.
Good out there, sovereign cosmic wild man.
All right, let's go back here to the chat and see where people are. Again, what cryptid native to the Congo River Basin is often described as resembling a living dinosaur? Apatosaurus might be like a, I don't know, like a hippo type creature. I don't know. Let's go down to.
We try to keep it friendly here.
Oh, look at somebody wrote the answer here. It looks like, who do we have here? We have Gary Pulsifer. He's the only one that I see that knows it here, and I'm gonna have to take you on your word, Gary.
It's
that you are that smart. Okay, Gary.
If you love my pronunciation of the dinosaur, You're gonna love my pronunciation of the answer is Mokili Mbembe.
That
Mokili
was
Mbembe.
really
If you
good.
say it fast enough, I can kinda fake it.
All right, so
What's
Doug M for 1 point, Gary with 1 point here. Neck and neck, these two guys. No fighting in the back. Next question here, true or false? The legend of the chupacabra originated in Puerto Rico in the 1990s after a series of mysterious livestock deaths. True or false? First one with the answer here. Off to the chat you go. Come on, kids. You know this answer here. The legend of the chupacabra originated in Puerto Rico in the 1990s after a series of mysterious livestock deaths. True or false? Someone, come on. Gary, Jackie, Doug,
Jeff Roan, you can't blame
Sovereign
this
one.
on your mother-in-law either.
All right, Sovereign here with the false answer. Oh, Sovereign, I'm sorry to say it is true. The first reported sighting of the chupacabra was in Puerto Rico in 95. Big Art Bell episode, by the way, with descriptions of a strange reptilian creature. Looks like we're going to go up in the chat here. The first one to get it is Doug Bots with a double T on Bots.
Oh, wait a minute.
Doug,
Are we sure? Are we
uh,
sure?
he's the first one I see with a true.
No, keep going up. No,
Oh,
Sovereign
shoot.
Cosmic
Sovereign.
Wildman
I'm
got it.
sorry, Sovereign. Doug, Bots next time. Looks like Sovereign got it here. Sovereign for the one.
Hey, Doug Bots, I want to know where you ended up putting those stickers I sent you. Doug is the proud owner of the new edition of the Flash of Beauty stickers. Hopefully, those
Oh,
are
my.
on his car, letting the world
Nice.
know his cryptid affiliation.
Okay, we're going back with the music here because it's more intense. True or false, the Dover demon, a cryptid sighted in Massachusetts in 77, was described as a large, hairy creature similar to Bigfoot. True or false, the Dover demon, a cryptid sighting in Mass in 77, is described as a large, hairy creature similar to Bigfoot. What's your answer? And we're back. All right, kids. What's your answer here? False. I'm reading false here. Let's see what the answer is. False. The Dover demon was described as a small, hairless humanoid creature with glowing eyes and large head. Very different from a Bigfoot. First one to get it was right. Going up in the chat. Looks like R. You just want to go by R. Okay, R. You're the winner. R for a 1. Sorry about that, kids. Danny, Doug, Matt, you're all losers. Gotta be quicker here. All right, next one.
Wow.
Going down the chat. In 73, residents of Pennsylvania reported a bizarre encounter involving a UFO. And what cryptid creature? In 73, residents of Pennsylvania reported a bizarre encounter involving a UFO. And what cryptid creature? Was it the Flatwood Monster? Lizard Man? Loveland Frogman? Or Bigfoot? What's your guess here? All right, going down the chat here. Okay. Looking over here. So far, someone wrote A. D. Mitchell, Bigfoot. Let's see what the answer actually is. A. D. Mitchell for the win. During the 70s, a UFO flap in Pennsylvania. Witnesses reporting seeing a Bigfoot-like creature in conjunction with strange lights. Nice work. D. Mitchell. A for the win, Jill.
I got it.
Okay.
I think anytime you've got UFOs working with a cryptid, it's just good to see that people can cross lines, and it's a bipartisan effort. I really like that.
Wow, you're so plugged in tonight to politics. All right, you take the next question here, Smarty Pants. Here we go, Jill.
Okay.
Read it out.
True or false, the Hopkinsville Goblins incident in 1955, where a family claimed to be attacked by small alien creatures, is often cited as an inspiration for the movie Gremlins.
Right. What do you think, guys?
False?
True or false? It's up to you. Only you can decide whether or not this story is true or false. Sovereign down here, Cosmic Wildman, writing, True. The bizarre case involved little men with glowing eyes, leading to widespread media coverage and influencing pop culture depictions of mysterious creatures. All right, looks like we're right here for that one. Sovereign Cosmic again. That's 2 on the board for Sovereign, by the way, Jill. No stopping Sovereign. Okay, D. Mitchell with 1. Gary with 1. Doug M with 1. But it's all about Sovereign. Okay. Next up here, question coming out of the pipe. Let's read this one, Jill. Fill in the blank. The Flatwoods monster sighting at 52 described a creature with a spade-shaped head and glowing eyes. In this state, you name the state, and I'll tell you if you're right. What do we think it is? It's a Flatwoods monster. We don't have those out here in the Pacific Northwest. 1952 described a creature with a spade-shaped head and glowing eyes in this state. Name the state. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Down the line here. Venezuela, I don't think so. Senorita. Pennsylvania down here by R again.
Ooh, Tobe.
Oh. Let's go back in time where Tobe didn't screw that up. Well, we got a lot of people here that are guessing incorrectly. Iowa, wrong. Kentucky, Pennsylvania, New York City. We don't got no Flatwood monster in New York City. Arkansas. Well, you guys do have a delay here. Doug. Oh, come on, guys. Really?
Okay.
Florida, West Virginia.
Yeah, you guys, it's a wash.
B Gab, nice work. I'm gonna give it to B Gab.
Okay.
Nice work, B Gab.
You know what? That's fair because they're the first person who said it, even after we're sitting here like just talking about.
All right, next question here. Going down the line. You got this, Jill?
Oh, I've got it. This is a multiple choice question. In 1970, maybe I don't. In 1977, the WOW signal was detected by a radio telescope, sparking speculation about extraterrestrial contact. Which U.S. state did this occur in? A, New Mexico, B, Ohio, C, Arizona, or D, California?
It's up to you. You make the rules here at Flash Beauty Trivia. Think hard, kids. No turning back. I got letter A and D, A, D, and C. Should we take a peek, Jill, or wait for it to come in, populate on the screen? You tell me. I don't know the answer.
Let's...
Okay, going once.
Yeah.
Twice. Let's show them. All right. Nobody got it.
B, Ohio. The WOW signal was picked up by Ohio State University's Big Ear radio telescope, and to this day, its origin remains unexplained.
You lose, folks. No one gets that one.
That's
moving on.
Ohio State Buckeye Radio.
Fill in the blank, kids. Betty and Barney Hill, abducted in 1961, was one of the first widely publicized claims of this alien abduction in the U.S. and occurred in this state. Name that state. We're talking about Betty and Barney Hill here. They were abducted in 1961. Was one of the first widely publicized claims of this alien abduction in the U.S. and occurred in which state? Your job is to name that state. A lot of state naming going on here. We're going to know the whole map by the time we're done with this. New Hampshire, says Gary. Gary P. And I can't read the writing here. Let's get some more answers here. State of Jefferson. Jeff Rohn saying New York City again. I think it's the only state Jeff Rohn knows. New Jersey, Arizona. We'll get one more here from Matthew and Brian. Florida, Delaware. Let's take a look, kids. If you said New Hampshire, you're right. Let's go up the line here. Gary P. again. Gary, you are in 2 zone along with Sovereign. Doug M in 1 spot. D. Mitchell with 1. And B. Gab with 1. neck and neck with Sovereign and Gary. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, we're going to hide that message. Next up, take that down here. Where's that message hiding at? Hide message. Yeah, hide. There we go. All right. Next question, Jill. Take it away.
This is an open-ended question. Essay form, I guess. What cryptid, often linked with UFO sightings in South Carolina, is described as a reptilian humanoid and is known for chasing cars near Scape or Swamp? Come on, you guys.
What's Scape?
That's the name of it. Scape or Swamp.
Scape or Swamp. Okay.
Come on.
I thought it was Scape or Swamp. Scape or Swamp. Which is it? Okay. People coming in with answers here. Jenny Larson for Northman, totally unconnected to the show. Lizard Man.
I'm open to that, Jenny. Who knows?
Okay. Jackie Barnes with Lizard Man. Sovereign again with Lizard Man. I think someone's on the right track. Let's take a look. What is it there, Jill?
Oh, the Lizard Man of Scape or Swamp, which I've never heard of, but I will not discredit those who have experienced it.
I'm seeing this cat right here. Let's talk aliens. Lizard Man, first one on the board. New contestant here out of nowhere. Got 109 in the chat.
Man.
Nice work. Let's talk aliens already. All right, Let's Talk Aliens is on the board here with 1. Perfecto. Let's take him off the board here. Next question here. Nice job, by the way, kids. Which of the following paranormal entities is associated with a mysterious radio broadcast known as the UVB-76 or the buzzer, thought by some to be linked to espionage or supernatural activity? Whoa, this is a super nerd question here. No one's going to get this. Which of the following paranormal entities is associated with a mysterious radio broadcast known as the UVB-76 or the buzzer, thought to be by some to link to the espionage or supernatural activity? Is it A, the Black-Eyed Kids, B, the number stations, C, the Men in Black, or D, the Shadow People? We'll take your answer here on the chat. Looks like people aren't going to spell it out. They're just throwing out letters. Here is C, D, 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 B, C, A. Okay, I think we got everything on the board here. Let's take a peek. The answer is B, the number station. Number stations like UVB-76 transmit these strange coded messages that have been subject of conspiracy theories and paranormal speculation for years. The first one to get it on my list here is Jenny Larson for the win.
Jenny.
Good recovery from the Northman. All right, we're going for it, Jenny, with 1 point here. All right.
I have a question. Do you know anything about this? What's this? What is this number station they're talking about? Just is it like a radio thing?
Someone fill us in and hop on Google. We have no idea what this is here. It could be very interesting, though. It reminds me a little bit of the 1.6 gigahertz thing, right?
It reminds me of that awful dog whistle tone thing you kept playing at the Sierra camp. And you're like, you can hear that?
Yeah, you could. All puppies could. All right. Looks like 465 gigahertz here from Jeff Rohn. They're digging into a little bit here. So let's go down the board here. Doug M with 1. Gary and Sovereign tying up things with 2. Doug Mitchell with 1. B Gab with 1. Let's Talk Aliens, new to the list here, 1. And Jenny the Northman for 1. All right, Jill. I think so.
Okay.
All right, Jill, you got this one. Take it away.
True or false? Damn it, I can't pronounce anything.
Dyatlov.
Is it Dyatlov?
Close enough.
The Dyatlov Pass. I say it with a Russian incident in 1959 where 9 hikers died under mysterious circumstances in Russia has been definitively proven to be caused by an avalanche. True or false?
Ooh, someone's really quick here. Someone just wrote it straight up true. Let's take a peek here.
Well, no, I want to see this play out. I want to see what everyone thinks.
Okay,
No
let's take a
pressure.
look here. Patrick Noble, how you doing? All the way down here, Jenny Larson with a true. Let's Talk Aliens with a false. False, true, false. It's all over the board here. That's what they want you to think, wrote Octopus with no friends. Let's take a
That's the
peek.
best answer to any trivia question.
What's the answer, Jill?
False. While an avalanche is a leading theory, many still believe the incident involved more mysterious causes, including UFOs, military experiments, or unknown natural forces. And Tobe, I know I've watched multiple specials on this incident, and it's weird. Definitely weird. And what's even more, I mean, kids were tough, especially Russian kids were tough. These were like what, older teenagers and people in their early 20s who were like
Yes.
hiking out.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. They were
It's
different.
crazy. I mean, there's a lot of speculation. There seems to be some shenanigans going on with the story and Bigfoot. I don't know if you ever saw the blurry creature in the background.
I heard that was one of their own people bundled up.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
you know what I mean? Maybe it's Adam Davies in a sleeping bag. You never know what we
it
got
could
here.
be. It usually is Adam Davies in a sleeping
In a sleeping bag.
He's always the culprit.
Sovereign, let me tell you something, Sovereign. You're in the lead right now, my friend. 3.
Woo-hoo!
Got one over Gary on that one. First one with the faults on that one. Dyatlov Pass. Okay, now we're going to change things up a little bit, Jill. Are you ready for that?
I'm ready.
Okay, so let me explain what's going to happen here. Let me turn down the music here just for a second here. Okay, bring that down just a hair. Okay, kids. So the name of this game is Can You Name the Picture? So what I'm going to do, Jill, is I'm going to show everybody an image on the screen, and they're going to have to guess what exactly they're looking at. Now, I'll give a little bit of preamble of what I'm going to be talking about before I show this picture here to kind of lead these crypto experts in the right direction. But I'm not going to give them everything. So what I will tell you guys is this image here was inspired by the work of a guy with the last name of Munns. He also wrote something called the Munns Report, which probably the most comprehensive data point on the PG film, the Patterson-Gimlin film of 67. And if you haven't had a chance to look at the Munns Report, well, you're doing yourself a disservice as far as understanding Hollywood and costuming and the reason that PG film is real. However, before he got involved with that, Mr. Munns was involved with some incredible projects. And this is a doozy here. I'm going to show you an image, the first one on chat, to tell me what we're looking at here as related to the work of Mr. Munns gets the point. And I'll slowly pan out here. Again, slowly panning out to this classic film here. Any takers on what this legendary movie was that Mr. Munns worked on? The backside of something walking away in the what appears to be is that sycamore trees in the water in the swamp. There's a hint. Come on, kids. I know you're big fans. Okay, Swamp Thing from Jenny Larson. There we are with your close-up on the left. Barbary, I know her last name. Indeed, Jenny Larson is right. Bill Munns did work on the Swamp Thing, along with the hit show movie Baby. I don't know if anybody saw the the story before Jurassic Park, but it was indeed Swamp Thing.
Brett's got some interesting trivia regarding Baby. He can drop that in the chat, but
oh, really?
There, yeah.
That's amazing.
We can circle back, yeah.
Okay, let's go down the list here. Jenny, you're tied up with Gary. Sovereign, you're still in the lead. Doug M and DM and BG and Let's Talk to Aliens, you're all at 1. I have, let me see, where are we at here? We have only a couple more images like this to show off. Let's go down. We don't have a name for this game. We got to call it like slowly pan out, something like that, maybe more catchy. Okay, this next image is caught with a trail cam. It has a name, and it is up for dispute what you're looking at. You should know by the fact of the infrared here and this long, slender white and black object what we're looking at. A Bigfooter would know. Let me pan out just a little bit more for you noobs and you rubes. What are we looking at here? What is the name of this infamous supposed Bigfoot game cam shot? First one on the chat to name it gets the point. Look at it. Look at it real close. What's happening up top? What's happening below? Anybody? Any takers? A very famous Bigfoot game cam photo. What is the name of this photo? We need to have a real Bigfooter here guess what the name of this shot is. Someone has to know what is the name of this well-known Bigfoot game cam photo. Going once. Going twice. Are you serious? Jeff Rohn? Are you serious? D. Mitchell?
Is Jeff Rohn taking digs on his ex-mother-in-law again? What's going on?
No, it's not naming what the creature is. Stacy Brown footage, that's the first person to guess something legitimate. No, not the Stacy Brown. Going once, going twice. Okay, I'm going to have to give that to the gods. It's known as the Jacobs photo. Oh, someone got it. Jackie, I'm going to give it to you because there's no way that you caught that in the delay. Jackie Barnes with 1 point. Nice work, Jackie. Now, what some people say they see is a small bear on its hind legs. I don't know about that one. All right. Next and last image here. What are we looking at? The phenomena haunts you, usually in your dreams. He always likes to play dress up. What is this phenomena?
I
First
feel
one
like
to get
I'm
it.
looking at a black and white photo into a carton of Neapolitan ice cream. Strawberry, chocolate.
Nummy. All right, guess this phenomena. He's your night visitor. He likes to tuck you in. I'm going to pan out slowly, give you a little bit more appreciation. Anybody recognize this handsome gentleman? Ooh, the first one to guess it right is Let's Talk Aliens. Bingo. We're talking about the Hat Man. The Hat Man cometh.
Actually, not so fast, Tobe. Octopus with no friends.
Oh, did he get it first?
Said Hat Man.
Where? Okay, I didn't see that. Oh man, Let's Talk Aliens.
That's why this
Oh,
show
that's right.
has
Octopus with no friends.
balance.
I see it. Okay,
Yeah.
so 1 point. Okay. And I think now we have to tally up our numbers here. Let's see where we're at here. Okay, let me come down. Doug M with 1 point. Gary with 2. Sovereign with 3. Going down the list here, pretty easy to decide who wins. It's Sovereign with 3 points. Congratulations, Sovereign. Well done, my friend. Big time. We're so happy to have you here play this fabulous game of A Flash of Beauty Trivia. Join us in a couple of months. We'll come up with some crazy other things to talk about with you related to the subject matter.
You know, I feel compelled. I mean, I'm going to lean on Brett to come up with the prize for this daunting, overwhelming, exploratory journey into trivia.
Look at, I mean, we got a lot of participation here. Thank you guys. Look at that.
You got some good stuff. So I'll let Brett figure it out. But you know what? Maybe we need to start making certificates. It's kind of like a participation trophy, but
oh, there we go. I like it.
So, so once we get it all figured out, Sovereign, shoot us a message either on Facebook or info@bigfootdoc.com, and we'll square up with you.
There you go. And swing by for a breath mint at our booth sometime. All right. So in the minutes that we have left here, what did you think first of all of our picture images? Does that make sense? I was like, well, why do we have to do like a written out thing? Let's give them a visual. I was a
I
little
like
shocked
that.
that you all didn't know about the provenance of the Jacobs photo because out of all the weird game cam photos, and this isn't the weirdest one, there's actually one of this subject kind of doing yoga. You can see like the back legs of they say a small bear standing kind of like in a yoga pose. Anyway, pretty bizarre. Have you ever seen it, Jill?
I've seen it, but I did not know the history or the significance of it. I thought it was just another trail cam photo.
And someone help me out with her name. Is it Jillian Barbary or is that the gal that does fitness? I I don't this was like an 80s star, right? She was always like in every 80s B movie, and they don't have her name there. Brett, you'll know. You and I rented the same movies. Anyway, so should we talk about what's coming up here?
Yeah, I do want to talk about what's coming up, but I do want to. I'm kind of looking over at the chat really quick. Is
Yeah.
there going to be a third part with Tim Baker? Um, only if Tim Baker has us back and we get to film with him again, which I think would be amazing. But as of now, you have all the Tim Baker footage that we have. Someone's asking to see the stickers.
While you're finding those, the name is
They're downstairs. Basically,
HRO.
it's our logo, and we have a glow in the dark one. We have a yellow kind of radioactive looking one, and then our paranormal Bigfoot, the paranormal is normal, is all glittery.
Now, the glow in the dark one was a surprise when you handed me 3 stickers, and I had this one sitting in my cup holder in the car, and I saw that baby glow. I was just like, "More of that, whatever that is."
Yeah,
Why should you do things in white when you can make them glow green? It's just the better choice.
obviously, yes.
You hear that, Nancy Fry? We need things glowing green.
Glow in the dark. Yeah. So yeah, let's see here. What do we have coming up? I mean, right out of the gate, I can tell you on Saturday the 15th, Brett and I are doing an event up in Washington with Tom Cantrell. We're doing a presentation with Tom, and I will get the details posted on Facebook, and I'll also put them in the community section of the YouTube channel. So if you're in the Washington kind of not central, what would you call that? Outside of the Seattle zone. What region is that
Oh,
Tom's in?
so he's out by Greenwater. That's like Barb Shoop territory, Enumclaw, Greenwater-ish.
So kind of Mount Rainier, Mount
Yes,
Rainier.
yeah,
Yeah.
you'll be, like,
Okay.
in the thick of it.
Okay. Well, I will drop info on that, and then March 14th through the 16th, we have Bigfoot weekend in Baker City. And Brett, if you are able to drop the link to that from the Geyser Grand website, that would be fabulous. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to it. It's at a haunted hotel. So you're getting the best of both worlds. You're getting Bigfoot, you're getting haunted hotel. Who knows what could happen?
It's a historic place. I mean, if you've never been before, I've never been before, but just being a fan of, like, the high desert community and the kind of people that live there and everything going on in the mountains, stuff that you don't even wanna know about, that's what I love. So I'm coming, whether I'm invited or not, I'm gonna be there, and you should too. I wanna see Sovereign there so we can hang out and dip some chew in the back parking lot, Sovereign. Think about it. Mm,
Absolutely. And going in April, we have a new event added to the calendar that you're going to be captain of the ship
in
for.
April?
Or is it too early to announce that?
Oh, no, it's not too early to announce. I don't have the dates in front of me, but in Mount Hood, there is a resort, and, it's coming up. We'll mention it again as it gets closer, but if you're on the Columbia River Gorge and you love the Mount Hood wilderness area, I mean, Peter Byrne, Henry Franzoni, John Glickman, Tom Powell, all those guys, Bigfoot back there. I've never even been to Boring, Oregon and seen the museum out that way. So for me, It's kind of a bucket list thing to look up, and so we're gonna be out there along with some team members from A Flash of Beauty. One of you gonna show up, and we're gonna spend the weekend, at this first annual Bigfoot festival they're having in Mount Hood, and, April 13th, I'm sorry, April 11th through 13th at the Mount Hood, resort. I think it's maybe like a country club slash resort. It sounds beautiful. You guys have been there before. I've never been there, and so new experience for me.
Good. Sounds like a good time.
Yeah. And then, of course, the Sasquatch Summerfest coming up in July. Also, if you're in the mood for going to Oak Ridge, Oregon, and participating in a little bit of painting, there is going to be an all hands on deck painting party in Oak Ridge, Oregon, sometime in middle of spring. I'm thinking probably May, maybe June, but probably May. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Area 58 Museum and we're going to paint on the side of the building facing the traffic, the mural and the logo of the Area 58 Museum. So it's your chance to hang out with friends, have a barbecue on the side of the highway. Why not? It'll be like a tailgater. In the evening, I'm sure we'll probably get down in the woods. There's some places I want to show people, like the Hellhole. Nobody's really been there but me. It's just about 30 minutes down the road. Super crazy spot. And of course, Priscilla and Ronnie always have plans for people up in the woods where they go. So why don't you just shoot me a message or Priscilla a message, Priscilla Roseman, I'm talking about, and let us know if you want to volunteer for a spring paint party in Oak Ridge, Oregon. Should be a lot of fun.
Sounds good. And
Oh, frozen in time on my end, Jill. Ah, I can't. Is anybody else seeing Jill frozen, or is it just me? Let me know in the chat, Jill. You may want to log on and log off. Oh, she did. We'll wait for it here. Let's go back to trivia. Oh, there you are. Your camera's a little grainy, but I see you.
the announcement I'm going to make is so important that a third party obviously came in and interfered. But I just
Okay.
want to let everyone know we're going to be introducing a new video series dropping next week on Thursday for members, Friday for public. It's going to be kind of like a Valentine's Day surprise for our members. But maybe I don't know, Tobe. Should we say any more? Should we just let it
Well,
let it
sure.
ride?
So for people that are interested in what the heck goes on out here in the Olympic Peninsula, now we have a home. We're going to be over at A Flash of Beauty YouTube channel, branching out in subject matters here and looking into not all things just strange, but quirky, weird, undiscovered, hidden. I'm kind of like in pre-production mode with 3 different shoots. I have appointments set next week with a museum here in Squim, talking about all sorts of stuff, including mastodon bones. This is a wild little place in the Pacific Northwest, Jill. And so, with my little GoPro and my lavalier mic and my fortitude to talk to strangers, I'm going to be digging up the past and the future here in the Olympic Peninsula once a week. And so everything kind of starts next week. I think the 13th, and the same day, actually the day before Valentine's Day,
Yeah.
when tickets go on sale for Olympic Strange Days. And that's your chance to RSVP your deposit of only $50 for an October show, the 9th through the 12th in little town of Beaver, Oregon. You can find out more about Jill and Brett and Mike and all our guests here, including Tara, who are going to be joining us up in Beaver, Washington. I said Beaver, Oregon. Beaver, Washington, near Forks, Washington, actually, kind of like the last little town up in the northwestern part of Washington State. And it should be a lot of fun. You can have RVs, you can have campers, you can have tents. Limited spots though, so you want to check that out at Olympic Strange Days. Tickets go on sale Valentine's evening at midnight. So set your alarms because last time tickets went fast, and I wouldn't be surprised if they did this time. But yeah, next Thursday and Friday for the regular public. We're going to be digging into the Pacific Northwest up here in Washington State. If we can get out from underneath, I may have to do an episode on me digging out my car and salting my driveway and just make it super strange. I don't know. We'll find out.
We'll find out.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of the journey.
It is part of a journey.
Tobe Johnson's journey. That's what we'll call it. But I'm looking forward to it. I know I've talked to some of our viewers. They're super excited about this. So we'll see where it goes. And we always have more things in the works and stuff. It's just a matter of being able to coordinate schedules and get out the door and make it happen. So it's not for a lack of effort. I promise you.
No, you really do have to push yourself out the door to get involved with this kind of stuff. And you'd be surprised at how many people are fascinated that you're interested in their story. Like, you will get doors shut in your face, no doubt. But, those aren't your people. The people that are waiting for you, though, are surprised that you're interested. And, they're not getting any younger. So you got to find out these old stories now. As you well know, Jill, like, our audience here is, some of them are getting older and we got to talk to them now. Like now. And so that's what I'm doing. And anyway, it's a lot of fun. And you know what? It keeps you young again as far as like looking at nature in a different way. Like, nature takes on, and Brett, you can probably appreciate this. Jill, Mike, you as well. When you frame up a shot, you see things again, almost like, through a whole new lens. I hate to use that pun, but it's not just like walking in nature. You get an appreciation for the beauty of it because you have to go through the editing process. Anyway, I've been learning again how to do all that stuff. So fun.
Never a dull moment here at A Flash of Beauty headquarters. And to our viewers, whether you're live in the chat now or if you're listening weeks from now, if you have show ideas or people you think we need to get a hold of and sit down with, or if you have a story or some information you think we should be aware of, just reach out, info@bigfootdoc.com. Brett and I are pretty easy to find. Tobe's pretty easy to reach through Facebook. But yeah, info@bigfootdoc.com. That's kind of the clearinghouse. And it may take some time, but I do get back to people.
Yeah. And for anybody interested in the link on those tickets, there you go, olympicstrangedays.com, Valentine's at midnight. All right, Jill. Same time next week. I feel like we have to play out with our epic music, though. Let me cue it up here.
You do, please.
We need to go out. All right, Jill. Thanks for playing, and everybody else here. Congratulations. Auburn. Move on. We're back. See you next week. Bye, guys.
Okay, kids, signing off.
Bye-bye.
Bye.